actually on live. It looks like the players are taking the court. We've got early round of what they call the fighters bracket in Jamaica. Used to call it the losers bracket, but I guess somebody took offense. Both of these players are can't say undefeated. They're undefeated. They haven't won a match. Both lost their first round. Two of the strongest players in the field, and now they're in the early round of the fighters bracket, and they have to slog through 97 rounds there, since players from later rounds in the winners bracket keep dropping into the fighters bracket. So they're in the round of 2048 or something. And it doesn't really matter. They're playing a 9-point match, two very strong players. David Wells, I don't think I've seen him in a long time, at least not that I remember. I remember seeing him at a high stakes poker tournament at the Bellagio in Las Vegas, maybe 15 years ago. He wandered up and was chatting with some poker expert who was sitting next to me, and we said hi, and that was sort of that. He is obviously a very strong poker player as well as backgammon player, at least he used to be. In any event, here we go. We're off and running. David Wells with the yellow checkers in the bottom of the screen, at least the bottom of my screen, taking over where Joe Russell left off. Nice blitz. And where's the... How can this be? Two checkers up. How can that be takeable? Well, this is exciting. All right, so bring all the wood. Just go whole hog for the blitz. This is stretching a garbage take about as thin as you can stretch a garbage take. I guess there's the absence of immediate builders. This is so much for the absence of immediate builders. Now we got immediate builders all over the place. She needs a 2 or a couple of 4s quickly. Okay, David covers with anything. 6 or 11. He's got some odd 10s out there, but he won't use them. He's overrun the play. Now just 2 is nice, but a 4 is also nice. 2, excellent. David wants to. Well, he's got 6s to play to hit. He's got aces to play to hit, and that's what he wants to do. He's going to hit. And he has to hit. He can't stop and let her get an anchor and play the game. He's playing with just a few checkers. All the rest are squashed. Very exciting. All right, there's now quickly, we may need double 4s, or, there's a too late. A too late. Might as well gobble the other one and scramble to get cover-ers for the 4-point. Get in. No, wrong doubles. Come around. Yeah, I think bring it in range. Hit with anything. Come in. No. 6-4 or bring more ammunition. Maybe get off double 4s, given nothing else to do. I'm not sure I see a logical reason to do anything else. So there he did. You see 3 4s come in, the 4th would have hit that checker, but he moved it forward. Well, okay, 6s, 6-3 covers. 6s plural is a mess. It's arguably his worst number. Forces him to bury a checker and slot the point with nothing to cover it. Oh, too bad about that 6-4. All right, he's willing to pay. Well, he's wondering if he's willing to pay. Heck, nobody ever rolls double 4s anyway. Okay, Akiko, show him. Well, there's one. 3, 4, 6. Any 3, 4, 6 will hit. Not double 5s. Not really double 6s. 3. Okay, there we go. Now don't roll double 5s. Okay, now you don't roll double 3s, although it's not a catastrophe. Oh, there's double 5s. How cute. Yeah, back up a second. Are you sure you want? Yeah, I guess so. Maybe every so often you want to backgammon. 4-1, take them off. Don't make any fancy plays. If you get hit early in the bear off, you're still going to have time to come around and do it again. This is if you're not hit, it's a gammon, but each step from here on out that Akiko doesn't get in, backgammon's chances start to increase. They're still low, but not zero. Get one in. Get one in. There you go. Now we got 6 numbers that leave shots. That's not one of them. Well, now he's doing the backgammon count, but I guess figured that losing the game is a bigger risk. All right, wasn't going to be a backgammon unless something very bad happens. Not going to lose the game. Yes, safe. Okay, now it's definitely not going to be a backgammon. And we get on to the next game. Wait, Akiko probably knows better, but I was, she didn't think all that long about taking that cube, but who knows. All right, here we go. 4-0 playing to 9. That's a pretty big lead. Now David wants to trade 1-point games back and forth and, be a huge favorite to win the match. Akiko wants to get some 2 and 4 or maybe even 8-point games going. I mean, she makes an initial double of 2, and David's got to be very cautious about redoubling to 4 because that would make the possibility that it might come back at 8. So David will want to build an anchor. Akiko, well, she's kind of forced not to make a bunch of points, but she's got the anchor. She's got the better distribution, and we're leaning toward a slow game, it's a glare. Looked like he was grabbing for 2 checkers. No, it's just 3-1. Okay, that seems easy enough. Now, will she hit or won't she? Doesn't have a choice. Do that. Make the 9. David wants to squiggle up and make the 21 or make the 18. Instead, he makes his own 7. Blocks something. Akiko wants to make her 7 or her 4. Nothing better to do. She'll point on him. Getting 2 checkers a little advanced, but she's got a fair number to pound away on the 3 and 4 point and try to make it better. Cock dice, get in. Yeah, it's in the wrong place. Well, first question is it? Well, he's got to play his number first. He might be supposed to come out. I think if he sits back, it's a really strong cube. And here, it may not be a cube at all. Point on it. I mean, she can pick and pass. Yeah, okay, 2, right. So the plays are point on it. That's one of them. And the other is to hit and keep going. There. So she showed us the 2 plays. And chooses the more flexible play, but does not take the 7 points. So she's looking at the whole home board, not to build a prime. And now, correct, particularly at a goofy score. I think David still has a pretty easy take even with the score, but maybe not. I mean, if it's even close, might as well spin it because there is a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow here. Yeah, I'm inclined to think it's a double and probably a take. A lot of players, if she's thinking it's too good, I don't think that's right. Yeah, he didn't think too long about taking it. I like the double, and some players would pass there. So what the heck? Well, now you got you're in for a penny and in for a pounding. What she's looking at is she can hit loose on the ace point. I mean, she brought the checker in last turn. She wasn't looking to make the bar, consistent with that play. And the other is just to try to shuffle around and duplicate everything. And all right, she's buying a turn. Now she's kind of has to attack. I suppose if she rolls a 6, she can link in the outfield. That points on him. And no need to do any tricky nifty shifties or make the ace point. This looks good to me. And that looks very good to me. Yeah, I think you want that for sure. Now Akiko's got to clean this mess up. And it doesn't clean very well. Man, you really want to break that up? I'm not sure you want to break that up. Maybe a better play is to, yeah, I'm not sure I like that. Well, we'll see. David will now attack with any little numbers. That's certainly an attacker. The possible play for Akiko last turn was just to play 13 to 8 and leave the back checkers right where they were. Okay, need a 4-1 would be best. 4-4 is not bad. 1, you kind of have to cover the ace. I mean, you can try to be pure and do tricky things. Now David needs to get in, preferably with a 2, but a 4 is pretty good. 2-3 hits both. This could, we need a 4. We need a 4. And there it is. Now David would like to get in. And I think he touched the right checker. And he's not playing a back game here. So, I mean, I suppose he could break the midpoint, but I think his biggest charge here is to get off the 23 and try to get some more back checkers forward. And in that regard, he doesn't want to leave an anchor on the 23 and break the 22. So really, it's this play or 23 to 18. Those are the choices. I might have gone the other way, but who knows? Okay. Now he wants to come in and out. He does not want to stay back. And she wants to flee and can't. So some relatively safe play. That blocks something. Blocks 6s. That could be good. That's a good point to have, actually. Deuce 3 holds everything. Now tough choice. Well, no tough choice at all. It's basically forced. Now look, big numbers have to abandon the 21 point. He doesn't really want to do, but he kind of has to. I think this is clearly better than making the ace point on his side. He wants out and hit. Out and probably in, duplicate the 2s and keep the 2 checkers connected. So if you get hit in the outfield, you could possibly hit back. 4-1 appears to make the 4 point. Really need to get in. Any 8 in plus a 2, double 3s does something good. That does not need a 2 or make a point. Now David still has or Akiko still has a pretty good prime back there. There are 3 checkers behind a effectively broken 5 prime. Get in. Anyone in is good. Make David come forward. David wants to roll a 2 and to get a back checker. Oh, double 2s. 1. Kind of has to do that. Now, one not ridiculous thing is to pull both of them off the 23 point. Plan B is to just hit. I'm not sure that both shouldn't come off the 23 point right here and now. You don't really want to fall back into some sort of 2-4 back game here, I don't think. Yeah, that's got to be right. It looks funny because it looks so pretty to have the 2 opponent's board points, the back front game kind of points back there. But he can't do everything in the front with 11 checkers. Yeah, good. I think he's and maybe just pick it up. Yeah, basically play a priming game, and this is a temporary solution to get the back checkers going, and seize control of the outfield. Even if he doesn't win a prime, he's got the outfield. And he's really got the outfield if he can pop one of those back checkers out. There are some hybrid plays where you pull up 1, but I think pulling up 1 allows Akiko to counterattack, with ace 6, ace 5, ace 4, things like that. So I think he either moves none or both. But I'm leaning toward moving both. If he doesn't move both, he's immediately hoping he rolls 2s, which he just rolled. But it's good to take his time and look it over and see what kind of conclusion he reaches. This is superficially pretty. This also has some crack potential, double 3s and 4s and things. I would have gone the other way. And here we are with no 2 or 5 or 6. Just jump out and keep your prime. Can't. Oh, I think as ugly as that looks, it might be right. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, the obvious other play is to yield the 8 point. but then David can run with a 6. And you really, from the 22, or 23 rather, you really want to run with a 6 from the front. See, this is, if you know no 6 is being rolled, this must be the right play. If you know a 6 is being rolled, the other play is right. So I guess more often than not, you don't have a 6. All right, well, hold everything. Yeah, this is very dicey. Now she should run. It doesn't really have any choice. And is there any walking into 6-5? Is that what it does? Maybe right to just play 6-5 here, and not 6-5 is a pretty poopy number. That's what she's looking at. Yeah, leave 6-5 as a poopy number. Yeah, there was a nifty shifty play available there, but this must be better. It keeps it more pure board. Okay, now we might see some. Ooh, 4 is all well and good. Now does he leave the mess and run, or does he play the nifty shifty? The nifty shifty being cover the 3-point and then shift from the 4 to the 1, which she's sort of forced to do. All right, now she's probably got 2, maybe 3 rolls to roll a 4 here and be in good shape. All right, David really wants a 6 to get off the 23-point. He does manage to get out, and is going to go for the scramble and hope to pick up that second checker. 4 quickly, so you got some flexibility to attack him, is a big deal. Oh, there's a hit. Okay, still those 2 checkers stuck back on the 23-point. Just get in with 1. No. 2 or a 6 to get those far back ones moving. There's a 6. Bring the other one out too. Get in with 1. Nope. Now David's got all the time in the world, and could be heading toward Gammon City. He doesn't have his 4-point yet. And he's got 1 checker buried. 4? Nope. I mean, she's still got 2 or 3 rolls to roll 2 or 3 4s. Big is good. Watch out for double 4s. It's safe. Roll double 4s to give us some action. There's 1. Now I think he's supposed to hit her.
Is it okay if I
And does he? He can. Yeah, I think he can do it there and keep some sanity. 4 to make it interesting. Ooh. Any 6 to cover, and then go for likely but not certain gammon. Wimp. All right, just going to go for the scramble. This basically is making the gammon chances go way down. I wonder about that. Oops, there he closed. Now we gotta bring this around safely. No choices. And that's a shot. But if missed, he's in great shape. Give me a 5. 5 to make it exciting. 6 to help save the gammon. Oops. Now we're back on the gammon track now. Yeah, I think the flexible play is better. It gives them 2-1 and double 1s play better next turn. Get in? No. Now it's getting serious. Get in with 1. Oh! Run fast. 2, 4, 6, 7 crossovers. Probably needed 1 more than that. Oops. I think she's in trouble. We need doubles. Take the crossovers. Doubles here. All right, we're gonna need a doubles. Might as well be now. All right, stack them up. Was there any way to get double 4s? Probably not. I guess she didn't worry about it. So 5s or 6s. Or 3s. Does she got 3s? Only 4s that missed. This is getting nasty. All right, Crawford 9 to go. Well, the good news is she doesn't have to worry about needing to fight for a gammon. It doesn't do her any good, and David doesn't need to worry about being gammon. doesn't have to worry about the occasional backgammon. So this is sort of backgammon go. You get to a position like we just saw, and if there's any choices, she'll bear off aggressively trying to get the backgammon, which actually saves a game. Okay, good start, getting the opening roll. This is changed with the advent of reliable computers. Everybody splits with a 3. Okay, here, it's so much prettier to make the 5, but the checker distribution here is so much better that I think I would do this. If I could make the 5 and leave only 1 blot on the 8, as opposed to none, I might have done it. Okay, logical, normal, get in. 2, there is no good 3. All right, try to win, bring builders. It's 7s, 8s, 9s, building the 5 point, pointing on the 2 point, hitting both. Hey, look at this. We have this backgammon go. Close out 4, and we can start rooting for a backgammon. Get an ace. Both in. That's excellent. Now, 6s and 3s combined with a 4 or another 6 or a 3 or various 7s and 8s and 9s on the other side. 6 and 5. Well, isn't that a nice mess? Hit and come out. Blots is everywhere. Hit and come down. Don't hit anything and just make the 18 point. I think she's right to hit. It's really much more fun for the fans. But making the 18 point just feels like it's making it too easy for David. She doesn't need a gammon. I mean, she's a backgammon, but not a gammon. This may be basically the double match point play. Ooh, would have worked better the other way. Okay, now David's building all those points. She will hit this too if she can. There's no reason to stay back there. I guess that's right. You may just slot them all and build them later. Don't leave any shots. I mean, getting hit now is not nice. 4-2 could hold everything and cover the ace because he's not likely to hit with a 2. If you don't do that, what do you do? Play that to the 7 point? That's also relatively safe. I think that's probably right. Well, if he doesn't hit, what does he do? If we're not going to hit, the play is kind of a mess. I guess if you're not going to hit, you do that and slot. You do that. See, the problem is if you don't hit, you don't have an ace to play. You play one of these 4. If you don't hit, I think you have to do that. All right, so he's gonna hit later. He had plenty of chances later on. 3-3 would have danced, but it just covers the ace. Now quietly cover the 5, like with a 2-1, and then hit a shot. Oops. Plan B. No, wait a minute. Maybe you leave the 20. Yeah, okay. That's the simple play. He's down in the race, I think. So if he's down in the race, he probably wants to keep more contact. But how? I don't really want to leave a direct shot. Okay, if he can bring those 2 and those 2. All right, he's just playing. Keep the lesser contact. Oops. Well, now that's the contact. He's got one of each. Good play, Akiko. Now some minor contact out here, which is got to be dealt with. Otherwise, try to win the race. smooths out for the bear off. Also builds a point in case there's a shot pops loose. First chance to bury checkers. I don't think you want to leave a direct shot. Make the ace point. Heavy or bring 2 in. Yeah, somehow that feels right. XG has bent people's minds a little bit in that it doesn't save 6s or whatever as much as we used to. Not that it never does, but it's surprising how often it'll not make a saving type play. And I have not sorted out exactly when or where it's right. We need a big one to go. It could be a shot right here. It's still I think too fatal if hit. Although it's already big danger. Big danger if you wait. Yeah, this is sometimes in these positions, it's actually right to want to wrestle, unnecessarily leave multiple blots and challenge him to a hit. This is if you know your opponent's rolling 6-1 or something, you kind of want to do this. You get to poke at all 3 blots. I don't know the answer. These are. I think it would not surprise me if this is right. Also wouldn't surprise me if this is wrong. I'm really glad he's looking at it. These are tricky plays which often get just completely ignored and overlooked. All right, he stood pat. At least it blocks double 4s. It does not block double 5s. Okay, we need to match a big doubles here to make this even close. Akiko's well ahead, but not gin. That hurt. Well ahead, but not gin. Now basically gin. He needs lots of doubles. All right, we got past the Crawford game. David has one of these free drops to employ. I don't know, if it's literally a free drop with just 1 game, or if it's a free drop with, a long ways to go. Is it right to use the free drop the same way you always would, or given that it's you could use it on a later game, it's not right. And I don't know which numbers are so close that it would be right to not use the free drop and take instead. Yeah, this is cute. His position's not so bad. I guess he's got a pass. I don't know the answer for sure. The fact that Akiko had made her 2-point, I just don't know how much that affects things. I'll trust David with this being right. Now there is no free drop. I don't know I double alt right away anyway, figuring that's more likely I'll screw something up than my opponent will in these when you use your free drop situations. But younger players with computer aided have learned a lot more where we used to just guess. And maybe there's a good reason not to wait. As long as you can't reach a position where you're too good in one roll, you might as well hang on to it. But there you go. I guess she figures double 1s dance might lose him. All right, 4-1, good. Anchor, good. We'll hang on to that for a while. You certainly want to get the backwinds moving, so I guess that makes sense. Could come all the way out with a 5-1-2, not ridiculous. particularly since you sort of stripped the midpoint there. 5-1. Well, now you may come out with a 5 because you got no other 5. Now, would like to hit that ace and hit the other one too. Okay, ace. Get in with an ace. That's almost as good. Now David's going to want a point on her. Look to make the 4 point if he can. Sweep the leg. Yeah. Sweep the leg. Cobra Kai. 3-1, back at him. Okay, hit and cover something. It's not that he wants a gammon, but hit and cover something is the best way to win. Like both off the midpoint. Maybe one of each. Nah, both off the midpoint. All right. You might actually, as things start to go wrong, you might need the 9 point. I think, and I think that's right. And she got 2 up there, is that right? 5, 8, 11, 13, 15. Yeah, there we go. Now cover and hit something. 6-5, cover and cover. Okay, need a 2. 2, and we're having fun. Nope. 7s and 8s. Otherwise, start juggling the back checkers so you don't get. There's an 8. Yeah, the back checkers aren't in any real danger. Much more important to stop your opponent from making that anchor. Now, is that a little peach? It was cocked. A little peach and a little bit. Move one. Cover if you can. Can't. 6 out. 4 in. Need a 2, Akiko. Need a 2 now. Ooh, double 1s. Okay, 4 and 7. Double 3s conveniently not blocked over there. Doesn't need a gammon. So maybe this is the best way to win. Okay, just keep rolling 5s. 1 or more 5s every turn. Wasn't a 5 or a 2. Roll a 6. Get out of there. 5-3. Everybody's blocked. Get a 5. Get a 5. Cocked. Try again. 1 or 2 5s. Make it interesting. Nope. Need a 6. Ah, that's a 6 by partial fractions. Now we're going to need double 5s soon. Like now. No. Okay, come around home. Don't get on the track of 5s. So that's on the track of 5s, so you keep going. Now double 6s and, well, double 5s are safe. Double 6s leave a shot. Okay, so he's paying. It's interesting. This 5s and 6s leave shots next turn, and he leaves nothing this turn. All right, 5s or 6s, leave a shot. 4 1s, very nice. Now I think she wants to stay out until a shot pops up. She doesn't want to get both in. Stay out, hope to. There we go. Now maybe David rolls 4-1 or something and she can come in deeper. 4-1, 5-1. That's an actual genuine shot. Any 6 and it's a whole new game. Any 6 at all. Yes, 6-5, both in. Very exciting. In with a 4 and crack. One of his worst numbers. All right, pop him. Point on him. Very good. This will build your points in order without even thinking about it. Build it or slot it, the 5 point. I think she's supposed to slot it. I honestly do. She's going to need that point. We really need that point. Yeah, I personally would have slotted it. Maybe I'm just too excited as the commentator. And I would have been hit. Now that's been picked up. Now it's harder to slot with impunity. Oh, that's sort of gnarly. Oh, I hate these positions. Maybe she understands them better than I do. I mean, you want to hit loose, but you don't want to break the 8-point. It just seems, I tend to think, okay, I'll catch them in the outfield and not hit loose, and I'm wrong more than I'd like. But this is, I would do something like this. Develop the checker from the 6 to up. There we go. Okay, we need an 11 or in plus a 1. 11 or 615141. 5-3. I'll get the blot out of the way, I think. I don't think you want to be hit with like 1-2 or 1-1 or 3-1. Maybe it's not so easy. It's desperate times, whatever it is. If David can just roll bigger than 6, he's home. Little Bo Peep. Ooh, that's bigger than 6. Now she needs to dance, and then there's 1 in 6 numbers. Leave a shot. That's not a dance. All right, poor Akiko, 2-time world champion, player we most want to root for and see in the finals, has been beat, then beat. Pretty amazing. We've got arguably, I haven't seen the whole draw, but they have to be 3 best players are very close to it in the field, and they all played each other in the first rounds. All right, thank you very much, everybody. Not sure what's happening next. I've enjoyed watching with you. There will be more. How much of it I'll be here for, I'm not sure yet. So this is Kent Goulding, at least temporarily, signing off.